Level up your awareness. Your outside world is just a reflection of your inside awareness. Okay. So all the results you are creating, all the opportunities you are capable of perceiving, they are all a direct result of your current awareness. The routines you have built on your awareness. Okay. And how do you enhance your awareness? So, first off, be very aware where you are mixing your energy. Be very aware where you mix your frequency. Be very aware the people you surround yourself with. Be very aware your current job, your school, because all these things are influencing your energy. You have to constantly mix yourself with these people, with these belief systems, with these mindsets, and that directly affects your awareness. Okay, so if you are currently living a life or reality that does not make you happy, that does not allow you to reach your soul mission, that does not allow you to be happy on a daily basis, only in the weekend when you are numbing yourself. Okay, if that's the case, you have a lack of awareness. Okay, and then some people will think, oh, you call me stupid. No, I'm not calling you stupid. You probably have a lot of knowledge in a certain direction in life, what you're studying or what you're doing. But that information does not allow you to reach the life you want to reach. And then most people will say, yeah, but it will at some point after a few years when I've finished my school or when I'm reach a promotion or whatever. But most of the time, you fall again after reaching that point into a routine that's controlled by the vibration of the environment. So, the vibration of the environment constantly controls your perspective, actions, habits, and results. Okay. Right now, I'm living in my camper van, living through Spain, going to different places. Most of the time, I'm close to the beach, but I'm also really into mountains. And it allows me to be on my own unique frequency, my own unique energy. And therefore, I'm capable of making these videos and sharing my perspective in a unique way. And if you watch these videos, you are capable of attuning to my energy, and therefore you will be capable of seeing life more from my frequency, and therefore you're capable of seeing opportunities more from the energy that I am seeing them. And I'm seeing reality from a perspective of how am I capable of creating more freedom in my life. I may not be the richest person you're watching online, and I'm not intending to be that. I do have enough to, live the life I want to live and be very happy and be free and go wherever I want to go. And I've been doing that for the last 5 years. And I can buy my food, I can buy whatever I want and be free in the process. And that's because my awareness is attuned to freedom. My unconscious mind sees the opportunities that allow me to be more free. And if that's something that's interesting to you, I would recommend, keep on watching my videos on a daily basis, so you can absorb my energy and start perceiving reality from a perspective where you are capable of achieving more freedom. Let me tell you, I have had a lot of calls with a lot of entrepreneurs because of my job in the past, being a high ticket closer, talking to a lot of entrepreneur. In that time, it was for Las LeBlanc, a company I've been working for, a very famous YouTuber. And I got a lot of entrepreneurs talking to me, and most of them said, Tim, listen, I've been doing everything society told me to do. I reached the promotions, I've reached the highest level in my company, I've reached all the stuff, bought the big house, bought the things that I wanted, and I'm still unhappy. And then I'm asking them, okay, so what would you do? What would you like? And then 95%, even more, say, Tim, I just want more freedom. And that's the real thing we are actually searching. Okay, we've been tricked by society that our happiness will be found at the end of acquiring a lot of stuff. That's not true. The really high level people, the most successful people, they become very minimalistic. But most of the time, they just buy stuff, fancy stuff, because it really works for marketing. Because most of the time, they build their wealth on people with low consciousness, and people with low consciousness are really inspired with people with expensive stuff they cannot buy, and that makes them see that they have to listen to the person because they know something they don't. Okay, but it's not having the stuff that makes you rich. Having the stuff is actually the thing that makes you poor. The only reason most of the time they have that stuff because it's again great for marketing. It influences the masses and therefore they buy the stuff. Okay. But I can tell you from my own experience, only by raising your consciousness, uh, being in control of your routine, being in control over your freedom, that's where true happiness is. And build on that routine, you can build a business and you know increase your wealth. But it should be created on a foundation of freedom. If I would pick being ultra rich or free, I would always choose freedom. But the beautiful part about this reality right now, in this time we are living, we are capable of building wealth remote. So I'm capable of building wealth remote, okay? And I feel that wealth, money only holds true value when you can spend it whenever you want, wherever you want, okay? If you are stuck 40 hours a week working a job, and you can only spend it in the weekend, and because you have to focus on your work the whole time, you're not capable of expanding your awareness, knowing what you want to buy that improves your life. So 95% of the people just spend it on alcohol and things to numb their minds to just forget the week. It's this endless circle, and money loses its value. It's just a tool to control your mind, okay? And you are unable to create awareness to spend your money on stuff that makes life better in the long term, okay? Only when you're building wealth from a base where you are totally free, you have the time to create more awareness. What stuff will help me long term? What actions will help me long term? Okay? It's not an outside game, it's an inside game, okay? Only when you make the vision clear on the inside, so you can attract things that fit the vision, and then you create more awareness, you become more effective. And that's what you want. You want to evolve, become the best version of yourself, and then use external things as a tool to help you manifest your vision. Okay? Most people, they are stuck in a frequency and energy where they are unable to create their own vision. So they let the outside vibration, outside frequency dictate their actions and thoughts. And then they use external stuff to numb themselves because they are not happy with themselves. Okay. And then they get in an endless loop, and it may be a golden cage they have created for themselves, okay, with a nice car, nice house, all those things, but it's still a cage. You're still stuck in an energy that's not controlled by yourself. You cannot decide, okay, today I fly to a different country and I will stay there for as long as I like 3 months, maybe longer, okay, without knowing the future plan. That's freedom, my friend. Freedom is I can now decide to jump on a plane, jump on a train, go to a different country and live there a new life without having to think about paying rent, without having to think about moving my stuff, okay? You can only reach that point by becoming very minimalistic, don't have a lot of stuff, don't buy a house and be in debt with the banks, okay? It's all a trap. It's all a trap. Understand this. It's all a trap. Don't watch the news and the television. It controls your perspective, okay? That tells you it's normal to work until you're old and then you can enjoy your free time. No, you should enjoy your free time when you're young. Then you still produce a lot of dopamine that you can truly enjoy it. When you're old, you're not producing the amount of dopamine that you are right now. So expand your awareness, focus on freedom, and live the life you want. If you need any help with that, click on the link below, everything you need. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.